Get the Facts with Folan, episode 31. Wow, what a journey. Guys, another great night of sleep here in Singapore. Perfect day. And I will be going outside, keeping my social distance. But before that, we have episode 31. Going to be taking you to the capital city, Mexico City. Mexico, what an awesome country. And Daniel has joined. Let's get him in. We can tell you everything, what life is like there. And the travel tips, the must-see, because there are a ton of amazing spots. Let's see if this works. There he is!
Yeah.
Daniel, how's it going, man?
Fine.
So introduce yourself, say where you are, and then we can tell the story on how we met.
Yeah, I'm Daniel from Mexico City. Well, what else I can say?
Couch surfing? No, that's perfect. We met through couch surfing. Katie and I, we started our Central America journey. We were traveling for almost 3 months, 2.5 months, 3 months through Central America. Daniel was our first host and showed us a great time.
I think I would say that Mexico is not Central America. A lot of people think
there you
that.
go. Good correction. Yes. It's technically North America, right? It starts just below. Where does it start? Guatemala, Belize.
Do you remember NAFTA, North America Free Trade Agreement? I always say people that think about Mexico, about North America, not Central America.
True. That is correct. My mistake. You are correct on that one. But guys, great couch surfing host. We had a freaking blast. Mexico City, very fun spot. So Daniel, what's going on in Mexico City or Mexico in general with COVID-19?
Actually, the president was asking people to stay, to keep going to the streets and going to restaurants, to local food shops. It was on March 23rd, I think. And then March 30th, he asked to everyone stay at home until April 30. So we need to stay at home for 1 month at least, we will see.
Yeah. And so are they strictly enforcing it?
No, not really. A lot of people is working at home, but you can see a lot of people in the streets. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, because Mexico City is such it's a big spot. I mean, massive population.
I can see less people than normal. From my window, I can see every day the traffic jam. But now, these days, have been not a lot of cars.
Mm-hmm. So it's slowly working. So businesses, most businesses are closed. Like, are because Mexico's known for
the non-essential ones, yeah.
Okay, but what about like the amazing taco shops, the small stands? Are they closed?
No, they are working, but they ask you to keep the distance, like 1 meter or 1.5 meters away each other, and a lot of delivery businesses are working for taking the food.
Okay, interesting. And how about grocery stores? Are grocery stores pretty crazy?
I don't know. I haven't gone out for 3 weeks now.
Jeez.
But supermarkets are open and are normal. I think there are no panic shopping now.
Yeah, that's good. What about toilet paper? Is toilet paper a hot commodity in Mexico as well?
I bought actually on Saturday toilet paper, and it was normal.
Still available.
Yes.
That's good. Hey, let's dive in real quick. Tell people you were on quite the European adventure when all this broke out. Just walk us through. You were in Romania, got sent back. What happened?
Yeah, actually, when I was flying to Europe, the day before I flew, in Italy, it was like a lot of cases in, I think it was in Milan or that area. So when I arrived to Europe, everyone was saying, "Oh, in Italy there are now a lot of cases, so it will spread very easy around Europe. There are no borders.
Right.
A lot of people cross every day from Italy to Switzerland or to any other country
right.
with borders. So it will spread very easily, and yeah, it did.
That's so crazy.
But I arrived to Amsterdam. In Amsterdam, everything was normal when I was there. Then I went to Bruges and Brussels in Belgium. Then Liverpool, Manchester. Everything was normal. Like
Mm-hmm.
people were talking about the virus, but in the UK, this Boris Johnson was telling people to keep the normal life, so everyone get the virus, so it will be faster to
Get
recover.
through. Yeah, yeah. And
And
so,
then I went to Scotland, to Dublin, Ireland, London, and from London I was going to Bucharest. In London, everyone was crazy about the virus now.
yeah,
Well, that time.
yeah,
Uh, they start closing some museums, some like touristic spots.
yeah, yeah,
And then I flew to Bucharest and everything was closed. Like I walk around the downtown
yeah.
and everything was closed.
What
It
a
was
weird
like a
time to travel.
ghost town. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, great for photography, but
Yeah.
just weird not just seeing the empty streets. Yeah, very, very strange. So then, what happened? You were supposed to go to Germany. What happened?
I was going, well, my plan was to visit some other countries,
Yeah.
but then when everything started, I said, okay, I will go to Germany to my best friend's house and
Mm-hmm.
be isolated there. So I flew from Bucharest to Cluj-Napoca, another city in Romania, and from Cluj-Napoca to Dortmund. And sadly, they didn't allow me to get into Germany. That day, the European Union closed its borders, so I was not allowed to get into Germany. So they sent me back to Cluj-Napoca, and then I needed to go from Cluj-Napoca to Bucharest. And then I said, okay, I can stay 3 weeks here in Bucharest,
Mm-hmm.
waiting for my flight back to Mexico, or book another flight. And I said, "Well, what will I do in 3 weeks in Romania?"
Yeah.
And they will start canceling flights, so let's
Right.
go home now.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it sucks you had to cancel a trip, but I think better getting back home rather than getting stuck in a major city with no
Yeah.
connections and
If I
literally
was
empty
in
walls.
Germany, it was okay because I will be in my friend's house. So,
Exactly.
but
Right.
in
Right.
Romania would be uh, very difficult.
Oh, so I feel you. I'm so grateful I didn't get stuck in Nepal. It's such a beautiful country, but I just not knowing anyone, it would have made for. I think it would have. I think honestly, I think we would have been stuck for months.
I stayed in a couchsurfing host house,
Uh-huh.
and he was really nice. I was only one night there, and
Mm-hmm.
then I text him, "Hey, I need help. I need to stay at your place one more night." Yeah, yeah, for sure. Come. Yeah.
Oh, what a
And then
great. See,
I booked the flight back to Mexico, and then the day I left his home, he
mhm.
told me, "Hopefully, I won't see you again. Hopefully, you will make it to go back to Mexico."
Yeah, geez. See, the couch surfing community, guys, looking out for each other. It's an amazing network of people. Well,
Mm.
enough about COVID-19. Let's dive into travel. Mexico has some amazing, amazing places to see. So, Daniel, in your opinion, what are the top three must-see spots when people come through?
Oh, well, we have the Copper Canyon in the north. If I will divide it into three: the north, the center, and the south. In the
Uh-huh.
north, you should go to Copper Canyon. I don't know if you haven't been there.
I don't think. Where is
Uh,
that exactly? Copper
it's in
Canyon.
Chihuahua State. It's below Texas and
Yeah, yeah.
Arizona. Copper Canyon is the only touristic train we have in Mexico.
Ah, I've seen. Wow, it looks like the Grand Canyon.
Yeah,
Jeez.
it is kind of close to that area.
Wow, great pick. Yeah, I have not. Is that a spot? I think. Do people go rock climbing there as well?
No, I don't think so. They
There's a
go to
remote.
Monterrey,
Okay, that's okay. Because there's a spot like
close to
two
Monterrey.
hours. Okay, okay. Wow, Copper Canyon, great pick. That is, I've never even heard of it, but that looks incredibly amazing. Jeez,
Yeah.
are there ruins there?
No, no,
There's
not
not.
ruins.
Okay,
It's only the canyon.
truly just a canyon.
You
Okay, what?
can make some hiking, horse riding. You can stay there in the hotels for the night.
Hmm.
You will see the whole mountain from the hotel,
Yeah.
and then the next day you can take the train back to Chihuahua or to Mochis, another city. Uh, Mochis is very, very hot weather.
Is wow, that is amazing. I can't believe I've never even heard of that. That is stunning, and that's really not that far away from Texas. That's super close to Texas. That's almost
Yeah,
drivable.
it's 5 hours away from El Paso
Yeah.
in
Oh, super
Texas.
close.
Huh?
Super close. Wow. All right. What's number two?
In the center, I would say Huasteca Potosina. It's like a national park with waterfalls and this. I don't know if you have been there. The name is Sótano de las Golondrinas. It's like a big hole in the ground, so you
Mm-hmm.
can how do you say
Repel,
uh,
like repel.
rappel and how do you say like when you're in a plane and you throw
Oh, like
with
skydive, like base
a
jump.
skydive, yeah,
Whoa!
and
You can
then
jump into it.
go up by the stairs.
Oh, cool. That's a big. So
Uh,
super. It must be a super deep hole then.
yes, it is. I don't know how deep it is, but it is deep.
Yeah. That would, man, I tell you what, that would be quite the adventure. Skydiving into a hole into the ground. I'd be
Uh,
down for that. That would be. I mean, I've done skydiving before, but never past ground level, going deeper into the earth. That's pretty wicked. And what's number three?
in the south to the Mayan area to see all the cenotes. They are completely beautiful.
Yeah,
You can go underground and take a little swim
yeah.
there.
Guy, I would say personally one of my favorite spots with cenotes was Bacalar. I was shocked. Bacalar is right on the border of Belize. Not a big tourist spot. We accidentally found it thanks to some other travelers we met, and it's right where the salt water and the fresh water meet, and it's almost as if it's glacial water. The hues of blue you see
Yeah. It's seven
are
type of blues in Bacalar.
it's stunning,
So it's
absolutely stunning.
beautiful.
So if you want to get off the beaten track and you can fly in. If you go to Cancun, you go to Playa del Carmen, the big tourist hubs, take a bus, keep going south, get to Bacalar, and then you can easily get into Belize. So beautiful spot.
Yeah, it's a
All right.
beautiful. It's
Oh,
Caribbean and it's not Cancun and Playa. It's very,
e-
very
e-
touristic.
exactly. And I would say honorable mention. Don't forget, Mexico does have a wonder of the world, Chichen Itza.
Uh,
It's pretty neat to see. It's massive ruins. Um, I love I do love it. I mean, it is one of the seven for a reason. It's worth seeing. Just time your trip right because it is a very very packed spot, being so close to Cancun and Playa del Carmen.
do
Um,
you know I haven't been there? It's in my country and I haven't
come
been there.
on, man! You've been
Yeah, and I want to visit the Seven Wonders. I have been in Cristo de Redimir in Rio and Machu Picchu.
yeah yeah
I was going to Petra this trip, but I couldn't.
yeah.
And yeah, I need to go to the one at my country.
You definitely need to. Yeah, it's one of the seven, so you gotta check it off the list. Have you traveled much of Guatemala?
No, only in the border
It would
with
it would be
Chiapas state.
interesting. All right, the day when you go to Chichen Itza, message me because I want to see your opinion on how it compares to the seven. But then one of these days you should try to get down to Tikal. Tikal is again massive ruins, but what's different between Chichen Itza and Tikal? Chichen Itza is kind of an open area, but beautifully preserved, very very beautifully preserved ruins. Versus Tikal, very nice ruins as well, but you're walking through the jungle, so you feel like Indiana Jones trekking through, monkeys climbing over your head, toucans swooping past you.
I have heard that it's very similar to Palenque, Chiapas. I don't know if you went to Palenque.
Where
But
is that?
Palenque is the ruins inside the jungle, so it's completely beautiful. It's very green. You can walk around the jungle, and then you find a pyramid. Then you find
Awesome.
ruins. It's
Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah, it's quite the trek, and that's in Mexico as well. Yeah,
In Chiapas State, yeah, in the southeast
okay.
part.
Guys, there's a lot of ruins. There is some really really nice spot, like the Yucatan Peninsula, the southern part. A lot of amazing places to visit there. So if you
Yeah,
like history,
all that Mayan area, all the
it's
peninsula, yeah.
yeah yeah yeah.
Yucatan, Chiapas, and Quintana Roo, where Cancun is.
So lots to see. Yeah, I mean you can easily spend months Mexico is much bigger. I mean, it doesn't look that small or look that big, but each state, there's so many states, each one has something different to offer, and some amazing, amazing food. So,
Yeah,
Daniel,
yeah.
what are
I
some of
always
the?
say to people that ask me what about Mexico, that I hosted one French girl.
Uh,
She was planning to stay 2 months in Mexico, then 2 months in Guatemala, 2 months in Costa Rica, 2 months Colombia, two in
mhm.
Peru, and two in Argentina before going back to France.
Yep.
She was having a sabbatical, and she stayed the whole year in Mexico. She fell
Did you?
in love
No
with
way.
the country, and she
Yeah.
visited some places that I have never heard about. But
Wow.
I like it that people like my country.
It's
And as you
great.
say, the food is great.
So let's dive into food. What are some of your favorite dishes?
Uh, well, for sure tacos,
Yeah, of
and
course.
not Taco Bell ones, the real tacos.
Taco Bell is not real tacos.
Especially for people from the States that they think about tacos
Right.
from Taco
Right.
Bell are really good. I mean, they are good, but they are not really tacos.
It's not the authentic that you get street side in Mexico City. I mean, there is some great vendors there that like the what is it the El Pastor,
Al
so
pastor, I
good.
would say, yeah. Or fish tacos, they are also good.
Yeah, I mean,
I
guys, the
like them.
tacos you cannot go wrong. It doesn't matter what restaurant you stop in. I mean, I'm sure Daniel would be able to taste the differences, but as a foreigner, when you come in, I mean, the best street tacos in the world, hands down, is Mexico. They do it well. And a fun fact, which I learned on the tour, Mexico City, there was a heavy Lebanese influence, and so in Lebanon they do the shawarma, and so in the shawarma they spin and cook the meat, and so when the Lebanese moved in, they taught the local Mexicans that you should do the same thing. So you put the pineapple on top,
Yeah.
that slowly the juices roll down, and they totally changed the way tacos are made. They help perfect something that was already perfected. And so the combination of the two cultures has really come together nicely, and you can't go wrong with street tacos anywhere across Mexico, but specifically in Mexico City. I mean, there are some amazing spots. What else?
Mhm.
One thing I think people would find shocking, right? Nachos and burritos. Not what. There's a few dishes that aren't truly from Mexico. It's
Yeah,
the
I would say that they are not originally from Mexico. They are from the States, but
Yep,
they are now very common in Mexico too,
yep.
because it's a Tex-Mex food, not Mexican food. So,
Exactly. That surprises people. Nachos are not originally from Mexico, which is
mhm.
shocking. But you'll see it, you'll find it. But let's talk about the one. Let's dive into weird food. But there's a famous market in Mexico City that serves meats.
Yeah, San Juan, Mercado de San Juan Market. They sell like crocodile meat, lion meat, tiger meat, kangaroo, a lot of exotic food.
Truly, the meats from around the world. It's
Yeah.
it's worth going to.
Armadillo,
Say again, armadillo. Yes, that's right.
armadillo.
I mean, truly everything. It's worth walking in, checking it out. It's a wild market. We had some of the freshest tuna in our lives. They were giving us samples. I mean, had this massive freezer they opened up, and
Yeah.
cut off a couple slices. But it's a fascinating market, and I mean, they have lion meat, they have tiger meat. They might be getting their tiger from Tiger King in Oklahoma. Maybe that's one of the people he's selling to. But it's worth checking out. Are there any other strange foods for Mexico that would surprise people?
I would say crickets or grasshoppers.
Hmm.
Chapulines is in Spanish. Uh, Escamoles is like ants larvas, you know.
Yep, yep.
Um, and what else? Mm, I don't know.
That,
For sure,
that,
not bat soup.
not bad.
That's really-
Not bad soup. Yes, that's the one animal you won't find at the market in Mexico City. But
Yeah.
the ants, they sell those street side as well, right? When you're walking through, there's people in the streets that you can
Yeah,
buy those
selling.
from,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, yeah. So worth trying out. I mean, just straight up like potato chips, pop them in, nice season.
Yeah, I think they taste like peanuts. It's
Yeah,
not that bad.
yeah. It's just the mind over matter. It's
Yeah.
people being weirded out by insects. So
And
what?
for sure, we will have it with chili, like
Yeah,
spicy
yes, you need
crickets
to
or
put the chili
spicy.
on there.
Yeah.
Exactly. Add the spices. It makes it way much better. Let's dive into stereotypes. What kind of stereotypes from Mexico are true? What kind of stereotypes are false?
Well, normally people think about Mexicans wearing a poncho and a hat and riding a donkey, and and of course it's completely false. We are not.
Right.
Uh, they said that we are always drinking tequila, that we aren't. They say we are lazy people, and I would say it's kind of true. We are like conformist, and we want to be, how do you say, like the government gives us everything.
Uh huh. Yep. Yep.
Um, what else? I don't know.
Football
What
fans.
else?
Football's a very very
Yeah,
important
we are football
there.
fans. It's the main sport here.
Yeah, big time. You guys,
Yeah.
again, we've talked about this. Mexico is the gateway to Central America, but football, especially in Mexico City. I mean, the national football team for Mexico, very very famous. Always
Yeah.
always, damn near almost always in the World Cup. And Mexicans travel well, and they are fun people to watch football with because they love it. Like one of my good friends, Juan Hurtado, the Hurtado family, they really introduced us to what the football culture is like. And it's fun. We went to a Cruz Azul match when we were in town, but there's some major stadiums that, as a sports fan, it's bucket list items because the energy that you get at these matches, especially in Mexico City, it's second to none. It's one of those things you need to do before you die if you're a sports fan because
Uh,
it's cool. It's very very cool.
I love it. I'm missing now soccer because I love watching, especially my team. I always go to the stadium for supporting them.
Oh
But
yeah,
now,
it's
yeah,
it's fun seeing your Instagram
we
updates.
kind of,
I
yeah.
think, man, I tell you what, the social distancing is very tough for me. It is, but now that sports are gone as well, it's crazy. Like that's when I knew how real when they postponed the Olympics. When all the major teams around the world were like, hey, let's postpone the season. The NBA might not even finish their season now. That
Hmm.
that's crazy. But I think it was a necessary step for people to take it a bit more seriously,
Yeah, I
because
know.
just like Mexico, the sports are a very big part of your culture as well. I mean, you'll walk down side streets and kids will be playing soccer, playing football, and you'll join in. So bring one with you, or just happily jump in because it's fun. It's a good way to, even if you don't speak Spanish, it's a good way to jump in and to meet the locals and it's for me. I think one of the most common languages, universal languages, is sports. You don't have to necessarily communicate to play with each other. So it's
Uh,
that's the sport you'll be playing in Mexico for sure, for sure.
I was trying to catch a cheap flight to Japan for going to the Olympics, but now will be next year.
Well, there you go, man. You should meet us there. Heck yeah, that would be amazing. It's
Yeah, I remember that we have been close to meet like one time in San Francisco,
we
uh,
just missed each other.
like
Yes.
yeah, like for 2 days, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Oh, yeah, we literally took off a couple days before you got there. So that guys, that's what's amazing. This travel community, you always keep in touch. Social media makes it very easy. But there's no doubt in my mind, the way you travel, the way I travel, we will cross paths. And tell you what, man, you haven't been to Asia. You just need to come on over and check it out. There's a lot for you
I,
to see.
I have been planning it for a long time. I was going to Southeast Asia last year,
Hmm.
but I didn't. I'm planning, or I was planning to go on 2021. Let's see how all this thing
Fingers crossed. Well,
going.
perfect time. You could rope in the 2021 Olympics now. So it would be
Yeah,
a great year to go to Asia. So
yeah.
what?
I would like to spend 4 months in Southeast Asia, visiting all countries like Singapore, Vietnam,
Yeah,
Cambodia. I don't know,
there's a lot to see. Not
Thailand,
a lot to see, man.
Laos, uh, even India, Bangladesh, Nepal,
Yeah.
China for the Great Wall, in India for
Yes,
Taj
yes.
Mahal.
Oh heck yeah, man!
But
You'll
yeah,
love.
let's see,
Yeah, fingers
let's see.
fingers crossed everything gets back to normal so we can so you can get back to traveling. So another question for you? What's your favorite thing about Mexico?
I would say the people here, we are very friendly, and we will always receive uh, other people and give a hand and help them.
Yep.
Uh, I like that. I think it's in every country in Latin America is the same, but I would say Mexico is the one that is most friendly. I would say
Yeah.
Colombia, it's also very friendly.
It's that part of the world. I mean, we're very lucky, and guys, that's why we're doing this series to show you, especially for you U.S. citizens who think that, there's a lot of us that think the world is a dangerous place. There are nice people everywhere. There are people that will be complete strangers, but within a couple hours you'll leave best friends. And so that's why you need to travel. That's why you need to open your mind to these older cultures and not fear them, but embrace them, because you'll be shocked at how many similarities that every person has, and so no, I totally agree. Everyone I've met from Mexico, there's incredibly warm. I mean, you're looking at a prime example. Daniel took us in as strangers, and we've stayed in touch, stayed great friends ever since. And I agree. And same with the partying. You'll be out. You'll meet some great people if you go partying. If the tequila bottle opens up, tequila is sure. It's not as big as the stereotype might seem, but it's guys. I agree. The people are fantastic, and you haven't really partied until you've partied with some Mexicans, because they do it very well, very very well. So Daniel, one other question for you. What's one fact about Mexico that would surprise people?
I was thinking about that, and I would say that we have the largest pyramid in the world. That
Ah,
people will normally think that Egypt or some other country have it, but it's in Mexico, in Puebla State, in Cholula. I think you went to Cholula.
wait, is that the hold on? What is it called?
Cholula, Pirámide de Cholula.
Cholula Pyramid. Let's see. I'm gonna
If you
Google
are like next to the pyramid, you won't see very, very big,
it.
but it was covered with the lava of the volcano. But
Okay.
you can go inside, and it's
Very
very
cool. Great surprising fact.
Mhm.
I didn't even know that.
Mhm.
Fascinating. So not Egypt with the biggest
Yeah,
pyramid,
not Egypt.
Mexico. Fascinating. Is it how far away is that? Is that quite far? Let's see. I'm gonna pull up the map.
It's
Is it?
2 hours away from Mexico City.
That's okay. Not far at all then.
Mhm.
That would be easy to get to. Cholula. Wow. Who would have guessed? Not me. That's awesome. Great fun. Any other fun facts? Anything else that would surprise people?
I don't think
I think that one
any
takes
other
the cake,
one
man.
now.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think that one's going to be tough. Wow, very cool. Well, next time I come back through, we're going to have to go there. And also, there's a natural wonder of the world. There's a volcano that's considered one of the 7 natural wonders of the world in Mexico as well. So there are a lot of spots to visit. And again, pretty easy travel to get through. A lot of buses, depending on what state you're in. Daniel, do you think? I mean, of course, do you think it's helpful to have Spanish? But can people get by without speaking Spanish in Mexico?
In Mexico City, it will be easy, I think.
Super easy. Yep.
Or in big cities, it will be Guadalajara, Monterrey. Monterrey for sure. It's very
Yep.
close to the U.S. But in small towns, it will be harder. Uh, but you know, you will find a way.
You will. And I tell you what, Google Translate works incredibly well with Spanish. And
Mhm.
so all else fails, download that offline, and that'll get you through it. But guys, just learn a few words. Spanish is not a difficult language. It's a very fun one to learn, and it will make your time in Mexico, Central America, and South America that much more fun. Daniel, I appreciate you taking the time, man. It's been too long. We stay up to date. It's fun following your Instagram, but it's been too long since we've been face to face. So thank you so much for telling everybody a bit about your amazing country. I would please tell the world, what's your message to the world. Let's end this on a positive note. What would you like to say to the millions of people that'll watch this someday?
To stay at home and wait until things are coming to the routine, to the normal routine.
Yeah.
And yeah, only hope for everyone to be okay and not get the virus.
Yeah. Fingers crossed, guys. Let's get through this together. Daniel, thank you so much, guys. That's the end of episode 31. Wow, we're cruising through these. Mexico, again, added to your list. It's and don't just do the hot spot. Don't just do Cancun. There's way more to Mexico than Cancun, than Playa del Carmen. This country has so much culture, so many amazing people. Get out and see it. Next episode, in roughly 12 hours, 12 and a half hours, we're headed back to the Balkans, and we're going to be talking to one of my friends who's living in Albania. So she's an expat who's been there for a bit. Going to be fun to talk about Albania. And then in 24 hours, we go back to South America. We head to Argentina. So excited to share that. But guys, if you're watching, please stay at home. Please stay inside. And, wash your hands. Let's get through this together, because people like Daniel and I, we need to travel. Let's get out and eventually get back to making people and share this human connection that makes the world go around. So with that, Daniel, thank you so much, man. Again, great to see you. Stay safe, and hopefully see you soon. Looking forward to crossing paths again one day.
Yeah, say hi to Katie.
Hey, we'll do, man. You take care.
Okay, goodbye.